Jay Sekulow is an attorney for President Trump. Good morning, Jay.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Let me ask you, federal law states that it is a crime for any foreigner to contribute or donate money or some other thing of value in connection with an American election. Did Donald Trump Jr. break the law?
He did not. The meeting that took place, there was nothing illegal about it. There was not a violation of the law, no illegality. And the statute you're quoting from, the FEC statutes are not criminal statutes, but that is not a violation, the meeting that took place in the context. And by the way, I'm not the only lawyer that's saying this. Most legal scholars are saying this. And certainly, if you look at the law as it is written, as it's applied, there was not a violation of the law here. In fact, meetings like this on opposition research are not uncommon. Even when you know the government aspect has raised a lot of interest, obviously. We're talking about it this morning. But you had the situation with the Ukrainian government providing information to the Hillary Clinton campaign and to the DNC. Again, the illegality issue is, was there a violation of law in the conduct of this meeting and what took place? And the answer is no.
Would you at least agree or admit that the optics here do not look good? You say it's not illegal, but he's meeting with what he believes is a person from Russia who says, listen, I have some information that could help your dad's campaign. Would you agree the optics on that do not look good for Donald Trump Jr. or the Trump campaign?
Well, you're asking about atmospherics and how do the atmospherics look. But if we're going to look at atmospherics, let's put ourselves back into where we were in time. This is in the middle of the election for the presidency of the United States. This is in the full battle of the electoral moment, right? Hundreds of meetings taking place. Teams are working on both sides, Republicans, Democrats, 18 hours, 20-hour days. This is one meeting out of hundreds of meetings that took place on a whole variety of topics with both campaigns. So when you put it in that atmospheric, it was rather unremarkable in the sense that nothing transpired, nothing illegal took place. So you're asking the atmospheric question. But remember this also, the whole Russia discussion, this wasn't a significant discussion at the time, the Russian involvement. And, you know, the other thing that seems to get lost in this, and I've said this before, you know, there's all this concern about Russia. All the reports have indicated that President Obama was aware of Russia attempts at engagement, and they did nothing about it. So here you have a situation where what took place, per those emails that were released, was not a violation of the law, no illegality there. And I think that's where, as a lawyer, as the president's lawyer, that's what I have to look at.
Well, but Jay, we're not just talking about atmospherics, we're talking about ethics here. And there was a long lead up to this meeting taking place, a discussion between Donald Trump Jr. and the folks trying to coordinate it. So it wasn't just 20 minutes out of one long day. There was a long procession beforehand.
Well, no, look at the email exchanges. These are quick emails.
We did.
Yeah, okay, right. He put them out there. And the fact is, if you look at this rapid succession of emails that takes place over a number of days for a meeting that lasted 20 minutes. So what you have is a setup to a meeting that takes place. By the way, no information exchange. It ended up not even being on the pretext of what it was supposed to be about. It ended up being about the whole Majinsky Act and the issue of Russian adoption. So the end result.
How do we know that?
Well, I mean,
how do we know exactly what took place in that meeting? The Russian lawyer,
that's what she said. But let me say something here. I'm here also as the President of the United States. That's why I'm here. I'm the President's lawyer, one of the President's lawyers. And I want to be very clear on something. The President was not aware of this meeting, did not attend this meeting, and was only very recently made aware of this email. In fact, he did not read the email, was not provided to him until we saw it yesterday when you all saw it.
Can you clarify and make clear today, are there any other meetings with Russian government officials that have not yet been disclosed?
Look, Donald Trump Jr. said he met with a lot of people. He could have met with Russians and other people.
All right.
Jay Sekulow, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.